What's up, guys? We're gonna do a quick little show tonight. Let me add Miss Melanie in here. Here. Cool.
Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Everybody else, do you hear me? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I see you. I hear you.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Let me add Chris. Hello. 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 Hello.
I can't hear anybody.
Everybody hears us. Everybody hears you. We hear James. Testicle.
Okay, now I can hear.
There
I
we
think.
go. Hey, you hear me? The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Test 1, test 2, testicle. Yes, maybe. Otherwise.
Wait, no,
Chris, you
still
hear me?
I can't hear anything.
Chris, you hear me?
You can't hear nothing?
I hear you.
No, okay, I can hear you now.
I don't think nobody was talking.
Chris, you hear me?
Wait, where James at?
I don't know.
It's me. Hold on. 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 Testicles. Hold on. What the flock? Let me, it's
Oh,
me.
shit.
Hold on.
Huh?
Hold on. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Oh, there's James.
Microphone check 1 2.
Wait, what the fuck?
I know.
Microphone.
Skype is tripping.
It is. Did you update it to that new Skype?
Speaker. Right. Yeah.
Did you update to the new Skype? Because I just did, and I don't know if that has something to do with it.
No, I didn't update.
Hello. 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 Now you hear me.
Okay, now I can hear
Now
you
we
too.
all hear me.
hear
There
him.
we go. I had to adjust my shit on here. All right, let's see. All right, now we're good. Holy shit. For the first time in the house together in the last couple of months.
I know.
So, how have you two been?
I've been good. I was, well, I have been gone because I was working on a TV show. So it was like really, really long hours and constantly being there. Like I was working like 14 hours every day. So that's where I had been. And that's why I haven't been on the show. But that specific show is over now. So here I am. So that's what I've been doing. How have you all been?
Chris?
Working, traveling,
Yeah.
working,
Working, traveling, being daddy.
pretty much working.
I know, right?
Yeah, I go to the fucking gym now every night.
That's exciting.
Nah, it's fucking boring as shit. I mean, really, if you think about it, going to the gym, put some headsets on, and lifting weights every day, trying to get healthy. I guess that's kind of a noble conquest. But like, I'm like the evil one. Like, I'm not going to the gym to make myself healthier and better. I'm making myself healthier, so if I come in a situation, I can put my fist through a guy's face. I mean,
That's
for no
reason.
other reason. Like, I'm not like, yo, man, I feel good. I want to eat better. I mean, I'm still smoking cigarettes. You know, I'm still drinking, but I just figure if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out swinging.
Well, that is a noble cause.
Very cool.
You know? So, obviously, I know, Chris had requested if we could do a show tonight. I obviously know
Yes.
why. I'm assuming with this past weekend, with the shit that's going on, with the shooting down in Florida and the Madden community, I know it has hit a lot of people. We all have, should I say, we all have our opinions of what transpired, what's the solutions. Again, they're all opinions. Some would agree, some wouldn't. I know a lot of people are talking about increasing security for events, which I understand, but that also has to a certain degree, come at a cost.
Right.
Right.
One of the gentlemen that had already increased security after the Las Vegas shooting, which was Larry from Final Round, ate a whole sandwich of humble pie back when he announced the clear bags, and people were saying, this is bullshit type of crap, and now look at what happened.
Exactly. Like hit really close to home. And it's not, I mean, it wasn't a fighting game tournament, but it was still a gaming tournament. And that's alarming. And if it isn't alarming to anybody, then you just don't go to events. I don't know why. Like, we're supposed to be at Summer Jam this weekend. And yeah, that's scary. That's scary that people, because I was reading a little bit about it. The guy, he lost or something, and then
that's where the story kind of, and this is where I don't like to jump the gun. I'm hearing mixed stories that he was just a fucking wacko to begin with.
Right.
And of course, groups of people out there, the first thing they say is, why is it, when it comes, and people had the balls to tweet this out there, like, well, why didn't you ask his religious background and his affiliation and this and that? Why is it got to be? It went to this whole just because he's white privilege type, and I'm going, listen, and I say this to people with kid gloves, because in a way it's terms of endearment for me to explain it this way, but the majority of you gamers, and again, this is something that I actually ate a ban on fucking Twitter for another couple of more days, but for arguing people, which was, when I say the community, and I've been saying this from day one, the union mentality of gamers in general. We like to what is that word? Compact everything together. I compartmentalize or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I can't even get the word out. But I had gotten into arguments, and it was back, where I was talking to some Midwest kids, a bunch of white kids from Detroit. And they were telling me, yo, man, who the fuck you? All you do is start trouble. And then they were like, yeah, we run with Caps. And Caps was like, I don't know these motherfuckers.
Oh, people always do that.
But he had self-designated, and again, he self-designated himself as a TO. And he says, you don't know our scene. It comes down to this. What is your scene? You're a gamer. We are now to a point where we've decided to build 50 states of FGCs. Where the original plan was to unify the FGC as one cohesive unit. Now, this dude was telling me, like, well, you're not part of our FGC. What do you mean? I'm part of the FGC. There isn't FGC. It's the FGC. But they want to break it down that way. So now, when you see, something like this that happens in the Madden community, one of the things I've always talked about is all of these game genres collectively need to unite. You know, this can't be. We'll let the FGC handle their idiots
Stuff.
and let the
Right.
Madden guys handle their idiots, and everybody will just be some big happy family, because that's not going to happen.
And it all gets reported as we're together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all the gaming community, because I had like family members who don't know, I mean, they don't know anything about the FGC, but they were contacting me and like, oh, you know, this tournament got shot up, and, you know, we're asking if I have friends down there. And I was explaining to them, you know, that it was a Madden tournament, which is different than the stuff that I go to, but I mean, it's still gaming. So it's all the same.
And I think that go for everybody. Like even with me, I was doing what I was doing, and I got a bunch of fucking phone calls from friends and family, and even random people who I don't even really talk to on a personal level, but they know me by Facebook.
Right.
Follow what I do, and they was like, "Hey, you good?" I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, I heard a tournament got shot up. I know that's what you be doing, and like for other people, that's a scary thing. And the thing that gets me is, for one, let's start from the top. We're not gonna sit here and act like some of these motherfuckers who play these games and come to these tournaments aren't fucking weirdos, or aren't people who don't socialize with the outer world like that for real. Yeah. Some of these motherfuckers who come to these tournaments never unplug from the virtual world. They're stuck there in their mind. So they don't know, they don't have social skills, they don't know how to read emotion, they don't know how to read boundaries. You know
right.
And it's funny because I'm not gonna say I was surprised, but I felt more taken back because it took the gaming world, not just because it's Madden, it took the gaming world as a whole to get to where it's at now, and I just feel like we just got taken back so far.
Right. Oh my God.
And when you think about all these different personalities and all these different kinds of people who come to these events, why the fuck would we not have any kind of security set up? And that's the strange part. Now me, because I'm from the hood, I'm from Detroit, which is considered to be murder capital, one of the most dangerous cities in America to live in. I don't give a fuck. It don't bother me, because I'll beat your ass before you pull the strap out. I'm gonna fuck you up. And I know it's something like that because they in the front. The watch. Right. Hold on, y'all. So over there. Blue box shit. Watching it. Oh, okay. Yeah. So damn, you made me lose my train of thought. What the fuck?
Detroit. Growing up in Detroit, not giving a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. What bothered me to begin with this whole thing before the shooting was, let's take it back to CEO. When people was getting all this feedback about being harassed by all these white people down this and that, and where she all the Korean and Japanese players seeing white people walking around doing a little chink eyes, talking shit.
Whoa, like, it was like that. I heard like small stuff. I didn't. Wow.
So they was fooling. Let's keep it 100. For one, we in a southern state.
Right.
So it's nothing but Redneckville when you go to Daytona Beach. Now, what they experienced, I didn't experience. Why? Maybe because I'm like the type of nigga who might knock your fucking block off if you say the wrong shit to me. When niggas see me, when people see me and spoke to me, they said, yes, sir, no, sir, how you doing, sir?
I mean, let's be real. If you were walking around with a corncob pipe and some beat-up old-looking clothes, like you just got off some plantation, some shit, they would fuck with you. But again, it's all the perception that you put out there. I'll walk down the street in Detroit. You know, I'm not going to be the dumb motherfucker that walks down the street, you know, with a sign that says, I hate the N-word, like on some Die Hard shit. But I know, You know, but I know how to handle myself in various situations in different areas.
I think the part that gets me is, as much as people hate stereotypes, they're there for a fucking reason. Yeah. If you dress like a fucking weirdo and a fucking punk, people gonna treat you like a fucking weirdo and a fucking punk. Period. Yeah. And it amazes me when people act like the shit not real or the shit doesn't happen, and then when it happens, oh my god, I experienced this. Like, nigga, I've been dealing with this shit all my life.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
all my life. So it amazed me to see people bash, you know what I'm saying, my Vegas pops, Shem Blanca, and his event for a clear book bag to help protect y'all. And then we see some real life shit happen, and now niggas like, oh damn, maybe we should listen to that nigga. Why does it take for motherfuckers to die and for
7
people to get shot the fuck up? For people to realize that, hey, stupid motherfucker, this shit wasn't just for me to sell more bags and make more money. No, it was actually so if somebody stole your shit, I can see where it was, or if somebody was trying to bring in some kind of contraband that didn't belong here that could hurt you or harm you, I can kind of somewhat help control the situation.
Right. And don't forget that he implemented that after when Evo had announced their games, and then in the chat that guy had talked about bringing a gun to Evo. Yeah. So that happened too.
Right. People need to wake the fuck up, and it's disturbing. And like I made in my post, like, even though I'm part of the FGC, the fighting game community, at heart, at the root, we are all still gamers, and we are all still there for a common thing. And it hurt my feelings and my heart to see that something that kept me out of trouble and something that kept me out the streets, because I could have been doing a lot of fucked up shit, and gaming saved my life.
It's supposed to be. It was growing up for me as well. It was supposed to be my safety zone.
Right.
And now you're not only, with what's going on with shit like this, and, again, which I don't want to get on it, this new mentality that motherfuckers got, this peace, love, hug it out shit. Listen, and again, this is where my opinion might not be welcomed in this variation of the FGC. Beat the shit out of motherfucker. Don't shoot him. Don't go into an event with the attitude of this person has to see. A gun makes things permanent.
Yep.
Right.
Me and Caps going at it. Tomorrow we could be best friends, but the option to be best friends is there. With this shit, we always talked about the old school gun days and all this bullshit. Listen, it happened, but the guy that would come with a gun to like an arcade back in the day wasn't part of us. It was just some fucking either the friend of a friend that said, "Oh yeah, I'll get, I got your back." But let's not make no mistake that like the OG FGC, everybody was packing. It wasn't like that. It's like Chris was saying. It was our safety net out of that shit.
Yeah, and it's crazy because even in comparison, like piggybacking off of what James just said, how many fights have we all gotten into with people in the scene? A lot of people. I mean, we're not even going to sugarcoat that.
My response, nigga, first one in the parking lot.
Right.
We can throw these hands.
Exactly, but I would never, want to inflict harm on that caliber to somebody or wish that on them. Like, that's not where are we now that's what, it comes to. And even if it was a thing of like this guy was getting shit talked or whatever, there's no excuse. Like, first of all, why did you come to an event with the intention of having a gun?
But he was from Baltimore, which means it's premeditated on top of it, because that means he had to consciously, he obviously drove down because he didn't fly down. He had to consciously say, let me put this shit in my bag and bring it down to Florida.
Right.
And that's the part that, you know, I know I had spoken to a player after the nightclub shooting in Florida, who at that time was going to one of Jeb Bailey's events, and he had privately hit me up, and he's got a license to carry, and he says, yo, I want to bring. You know, I'm kind of scared. You know, shit's been going on, and I want to be able to protect myself. He says, it's legal. He says, but should I tell Alex? I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
I said, but Alex is, you know, if anything, Alex is going to tell you, like, leave your shit at the door, or don't bring it in. You know, the whole gun thing, you know, is a slippery slope on many aspects. Like, I hear some people say, well, just ban guns, ban everything, you know, ban this. You know, you can say whatever the fuck you want is banned. I thought that's not going to stop somebody. No matter how, if guns were banned, which, let's all be real here. At that Madden event, I'm sure somewhere in their rules, bringing firearms and deadly weapons was probably in there as being against the rules. Did this motherfucker listen?
Of course not.
Exactly.
That doesn't stop, you know, people that are not mentally stable. That won't stop them. But then, too, it's crazy because now it's like, well, what happens now in the future of events? Like, what aspect of safety our tournaments going to take now? And even, not even just tournaments, like conventions, anime conventions, comic book conventions, all, you know, like they already do the where they like check people's weapons, their cosplay weapons, to make sure they're not real. But then, you know, where's it gonna go from there? This has set a whole other scale.
Turn out to be some other shit, because people don't realize how when you do shit like this, you change the whole dynamic,
right?
Everything of the situation. So just like now, I happened to peep game that our people was hitting me up about the shit Justin said on Twitter, saying he not about to be coming to an event for a minute until shit cool down. Nah, on for me, I want to hit the nigga up and be like, hey nigga, you gonna be around me, you good. But I can't go to every event.
Right.
I shouldn't have to be the person to feel like I'm Captain Save everybody so niggas won't get shot. That's sad.
Right, because we grew up in it.
But it shouldn't even be, you know, it shouldn't, you know, I get this, look, you know, I listen, at the end of the day, I could say I hate Ski Sonic till I'm blue in the face. I still I don't want the motherfucker getting shot up, and I don't want I have no physical ill will to him. I just, you know, you're in your bubble, I'm in my bubble. But if push came to shove and somebody was fucking with him on the street, and I know, you know, looking at his Muppet ass, I know he ain't really that street, I'd come in, I'd even come to his defense.
Right.
You know, because he's, no matter what my disagreements with guys in the FGC are, big or small, if I look at somebody that's weak, I'll protect them.
Right.
And the FGC is full of weak. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's full of weak.
I'll tell you another part that's fucked up. So, the other part that's fucked up is the FGC is probably the poorest division of the whole gaming spectrum.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, not only are we considered the poorest division, now, if TOs have to get security, that means increased fees on said tournament.
Yep. Now, I was going to mention that.
Now, you're going to see a decrease in attendance because people can't afford as is. That's why you have people doing 8 people in one room to pay $40 a head for a room instead of paying $200 a head and $150 a head. Now you got to do that and pay an extra $40, $50 to the venue to help pay for that security, just in case some whack job who can't take a fucking loss loses his shit and starts shooting up the place.
Yeah,
and that's fucked up.
It is, because these TOs are now going to have to worry about that too. Yeah, and
let's be honest, everybody who comes to these tournaments know that you're not finna win no fucking money. You just spending money just to hang out.
Yep.
Exactly.
Spend an extra $50 to $60 just to hang out for 3 days. I'll hold my money.
Right.
Fuck that.
You know, and a similar thing like with Evo, for example, I was there like just on a whim, kind of went to Evo. And I mean, I totally had the money for Sunday, but I still didn't spend it. Why am I going to and I just got a spectator's badge. I didn't work Evo, I didn't play anything. I just went to be in Vegas, hang out with my friends, whatever. And the spectator's badge was already $30 a day. So that's $60. Then the Sunday badge is $95 or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. I'm not paying for Sunday. Like, I'm just not. You know, and I had an opportunity to get the badges, but
Uncle Cap's a real nigga. I did not pay for the extra ticket on Sunday for Evo. I finessed my way in that bitch.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I've definitely seen niggas and was like, hey, you got tickets? Let me see that bitch, and walk right in that bitch with the ticket. I was not about to pay that. Y'all got me fucked up.
No.
But now you got to also remember, you know, and again, I'm not trying to single out Evo. How was Evo security?
It was the hotel security.
Evo security is more like it wasn't really security inside the venue. It was more so as a point to getting in. Once you was in there, but even then, niggas wasn't really checking their bags like that. They just seen.
Yeah.
That was that. Like even when I was at CEO, I had a book bag with like 50 compartments in it. Them niggas just checked 2 compartments. It's like, oh yeah, you straight, nigga. I could have had a fucking mini bomb in that bitch.
Right.
Ain't nothing.
Yeah, there was no bag checking. Like all of the days that I was in there, yeah, it was no bag checks. But then it was like heavily badge checks, and that was kind of it.
To me,
like to make sure you had your badge.
And
that
I
was
hate
it.
to say it, to me, and I'm not trying to single out any TO, but to me that sounds like I want to make sure your motherfucking ass pays.
Yep,
safety
that's
is
all
really
it is.
Second priority. I want to see your motherfucking badge. Where is it? I'll go through your whole fucking personal belongings. And if I happen to pass something that shouldn't be there, then we'll talk about it. But I'm really not looking for that shit. I'm looking for the badge.
For the money, right. Because, you know, and it was huge. Like, that venue was huge. And I didn't even see all of the venue. It was still people the whole weekend that I had just never saw. Because it was a ton of people that I've literally just never seen in any event, nothing. And, you know, it's definitely become huge over the years and much bigger than I'd ever experienced Evo before. But it's yeah, it was definitely not a security based thing, especially being in the hotel where the other mass shooting happened 2 years ago. Yeah. So, you know, it's like
you know, and one of the things, you know, and I say this to guys and for the guys, you know, I had posted out there on Twitter, you know, on a side note, you know, we're going to be doing a show at Summer Jam next weekend, which should turn out to be really pretty kick-ass. But one of the things I tweeted out before I got banned on fucking Twitter is bring your resumes. You know, if you're in the tri-state New York area and you're seriously looking for a fucking job, and I'm not talking about, you know, standing in front of Walmart saying, hello, welcome to Walmart. I'm talking about a real job that can turn into a career. Bring your resumes. Give me your resumes. Talk to me. You know, like Cap said, we go to these events. 99.9999% of us are going there to piss money away, hang out, drink, be merry, and hang out with friends. This is not our careers. You know, this delusion that this is a career, you know, is an infection in the gaming community. Yes, people can make money without a doubt. You know, people say, "Well, look, man, Sonic Fox made $429,000 in 2 years." Okay, I did it in 4.
That's a finite.
I did it in 4.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's just quick money. You know, you burn it or you save it. You know, but the point is, it's inevitably it comes to an end. You know, average person lives off between $50,000 and $100,000 a year. So $400,000 is 4 years.
How fast games are growing and evolving that it's like nobody's gonna be top dog forever.
No,
especially now with the changes and people cry and the developers go in and change this. Prime example: first come out, Infiltration and Knuckle Do, top players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they do a balance change. Now Punk whooping everybody's ass. Another balance change. You ain't seen Punk in the top 8 in like guys know how long.
Yeah, it's been over a year.
They changed like 2 things with the bitch, and he can't even get top 8.
Nope.
Sad shit. So it makes you kind of wonder, like, how long can you really survive playing these games when they not consistent? Marvel 2
exactly
was good because it was the same game for 10 plus years, and you had to figure out how to beat the same shit for 10 plus years. Period. Nah, like we got like when SCR happens, the new patch for Tekken gonna be out, and we're gonna have to adapt in like a week. So within a week's time, we're gonna be playing a whole new version of Tekken, and you gotta adapt. You don't know who's gonna be top dog. You know JDCR be getting his ass beat.
Yep.
Him and Saint.
It just comes down to whoever uses fucking Negan, they're winning.
But when it first came out, he was him and Saint first and second every time. Nah, you don't see that no more. No. So you can't. I don't. It just blow my mind when I see people quit their actual job to play these fucking video games. Like you're not gonna be young forever. So you're not gonna have them young man reactions. You're not gonna win every time. It's just sad. I think at one point, what was old boy name for Echo Fox that played Ken for a minute? He was Spanish.
I forgot his name. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
He was with Echo Fox for a second. He played Ken. I know the stream I'm talking about. I know somebody in the stream though. Let me see.
It's the fuck is his name? Chris Tattara? Chris? No,
not Tartarian.
Julio.
Was it Julio? It might have been. He played Ken. He was like one of the first team. He was like part of the first team of the Echo Fox shit.
Yeah, Julio, I think.
I think it was. Do you know when with his when they contract, they got to place certain so high so many times, and if they don't out of so many terms, they get their contract cut. Do you know this fucker was so bad that he was actually paying people out of pocket to let him win so he can keep his contract?
Wow.
And that's not
wow.
That's not no bullshit ass Uncle Cap story. Because Uncle Cap don't lie to the people. I always keep it 100. Yeah. This motherfucker was paying people to let him win so he can place high enough to keep his contract.
Oh wow.
Shit like that. So,
but see, also another thing is this kid, the Asian player, the 40-year-old that had his kid. You know, these stories of fake delusions of grandeur, like now everybody's going, see, he's almost 40 and he's doing this still. Really? Is that a badge of honor, motherfucker? Is that a badge of honor?
You know the difference? The difference is the culture.
Yeah.
American culture and overseas culture is different. How they live their life and how they structure their life and how they society is ran is completely different than ours. Period. The way their life is ran, they have the time, the tools, the investments, and the backing to actually sit there and do that at that age.
Yeah.
Over here in America, you can't nigga 9 out of 10. You can't find a bitch who don't want to sit there and watch you play the video game all day and support that shit.
This guy Trolix in the chat, he said, if you're gonna quit your job, get your social media, your streams, Patreon, YouTube channel up to support you. Don't just quit thinking you're gonna win forever. I mean, true. I don't know. where
I mean, it's
Right.
good to me. Look,
'Cause
even if you do all that, nobody's gonna watch you at 52. Look, I barely get people to watch me at 50 years old. What
right.
motherfucker makes you think they're gonna want to watch your ass at 50 years old?
Nobody, because I know if
Yeah. I mean, and then
side.
it's so saturated with streaming now, and everyone is a streamer now. So, how do you get? And this is not knocking. I have friends that stream, but they still have their real jobs too. So that's another thing. But it's it's a slippery slope, and it's not anything that's you're not getting a 401k. Like this isn't something that's like balancing your future. It's not a union. It's not anything.
No, you're not going to. That's why, like I said, when I put out there about the resumes, listen, I'm not going to suck your dick. I'm not going to take you out to dinner and try to convince you to give me your resume and say, listen, let me put my life in a better perspective, in a better prioritized order. Yes, I love gaming. You think I don't wish I could quit my fucking job and sit in my house, eat Twinkies, Ho-Hos, Ilio pizzas, and all the other dog shit you guys eat, and play fucking games all day? I mean,
right.
Who wouldn't want to do that? But then,
seriously,
at the end of the month, my landlord wants rent money, and he don't want to hear, hey, man, I got the DLC for Street Fighter 5. He wants to hear, where's my motherfucking money? Again, going hand in hand with that mentality, and of course, there's the naysayers within their group of the youth, or the millennials, or whatever you want to call it, which are the ones that come out now and hear something that we're saying right now, and we're just jealous.
Right.
And that perpetuates this notion that somehow you motherfuckers are getting something we're not. What, money? I get money every week. I see, this player goes to a tournament at the end of the month, he makes $10,000. I make that every month.
Right, exactly.
The fuck you talking about?
That's what I was gonna say.
I said
I made that last month.
You go to 3 tournaments. You go to 3 tournaments a year. You make yourself $60,000, $70,000, $100,000. Like if you look at the eSport earning breakdowns in one of those sites that have the lists, it's like this player A made $200,000, this player made $300,000, this made $400,000, this made $120,000, and then it goes from like $100,000, and then the drop off goes from $100,000 to $6,000.
Yeah.
The funny part is people don't realize that ain't no money for real if ain't no pop bonus from a sponsor.
No.
Shit on me, make me not want to come to the event, and you watch how quick your money dries up.
Just like I don't think people realize, like, as big as the tournament Evo was, as fierce as the competition was, Sonic Fox only won like $20K for Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's minimum wage in a year.
And that's like before taxes.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
do niggas even know that when you win that money, you have to pay taxes? They get taxed. So he probably only took home like $16,000.
And they don't get it immediately.
Right. It comes like 4 months later.
Yeah. So
I mean, he only took home like $16,000, if that. For Evo. $16,000 is
our biggest tournament.
16,000 is for Evo. If I'm going to Evo, I'm trying to bring home at least $80K. At least. I done paid $500 for a ticket to get there. I spent $800 on a room because I ain't sleeping in no bullshit ass room.
Nope.
No.
I want to get some shit where if I want to get my dick sucked, then I can call me one of the little bunny rabbit holes. Come up to the sweet bitch.
Going out to the Mustang Ranch.
And I can fuck you on the glass. I'm trying to get one of them.
Yeah, but it's like, Virgil in the chat said 20K, he's only 19, he's good. Yeah, it's good for a 19-year-old. But the difference, again, this is, all right, I'm going to keep it 190%. Sonic, I've watched him playing because he's obviously from the, the MK community. I've watched him go from 12 years old up into 20. I think he's 22 now, right? Or 21. I think he's actually legal now. But I've watched him over the last 10 years, and yeah, he likes to come out and make his statements. I'm gay. I'm a furry. I'm this. He makes his money. He's very. He's. I won't call him cocky, but he's proud of the levels he's achieved. But let me tell you something. Sonic is coming to school up here in New York City. If I see that motherfucker walking down the street and I wanted to, there's nothing him or his posse of furry mascots that hang out with him are going to do for me dragging him into a bank and saying, take out $10,000 and put it in my motherfucking pocket. Now, I'm not saying I want to do that. What my point is I watch the FGC with this peace, love, and harmony bullshit, and I try to tell people that ain't in the real world.
No.
There ain't, now, you're in banking, you're in the film industry, I'm in construction, and ain't no motherfucker on a job site coming up to me saying, hey man, I heard you and your boy talking over there, and I was offended that you said this and that. There ain't none of that talk. I'll go to HR. Hey man, James said something bad.
Right.
I deep down in my heart of hearts, especially after the shooting, and again, we're gonna go to stereotypes. I looked at a picture of this Baltimore white trash looking kid that did this shooting, and you could see social misfit written all over his face.
Yeah.
Guys be guys. I'm not telling you, listen, if you're trans and you're going through something and, I support that. But guys, listen, call a woman a broad. She might not like it. She might call you a piece of shit. But be a fucking man. The guys in the FGC need to have their testosterone levels back up, and not by taking a fucking pill, straight up by just being men. Be grunting cavemen motherfuckers. Give a guy a high five or a fucking, or don't give him a fucking bump or a fucking hug when you see him.
Hold your dick.
Yeah. Listen, I wish more motherfuckers walked around holding their dick. Come to an event. I'd respect that. I'd be like, yo, this square little white dude's corny as fuck, but he trying to rep himself. Let that happen. I think, and again, I don't have the answers with the gun violence, but I think if we instill more of that, like I said, two guys going outside because they have an argument and beating each other down is better than 20 guys getting shot because one guy couldn't know how to handle a situation. If you lose, you sucked for the day. Accept it. We all have sucked for the day.
Right.
Come back. It ain't the end of the world. Somebody had mentioned that a Brawlhalla guy also wound up losing and killing himself.
Wow.
And I'm going, what the fuck is wrong? And I start to analyze it, and I try to look at the different variables when I look at the generations of today versus our generation. Listen, I've been gaming since the fucking 70s. I ain't never, ever heard of a motherfucker quitting and killing themselves over a video game until this generation started doing this shit.
Nah,
yeah, it's wow, that's disturbing. I had not heard, even earlier this year with the guy who had killed both of his parents from, what was the gaming organization? Remember, it was the Asian guy. He had killed his. It was the brother of this guy that ran.
League of Legends or Duke.
Yeah. It was League or Dota or something. Yeah, I mean.
And Poogas is saying the same thing. The new generation is weaker.
Double lift, yeah, that guy.
It's and it's true. the generation. You allowed yourselves to be weak because you allow other people to tell you. Listen, I voted for Trump. I got 2 black people on my show that run this show with me. We don't have to agree on politics. Because I voted for Trump, it didn't make me a racist. You know, everybody had their reasons. But now at the end of the day, if you turn around and you guys go to these 2 and say, oh man, I can't believe you do a show with a guy like that. He voted for Trump. He must be a racist. And they would have followed it. They become the same sheep that you guys are.
Right.
With that mentality of well, if the group hug team thinks it's true, then it must be true. You know, look how the FGC chased Richard Lewis out.
Oh my God! Yes, I was thinking about him the other day. Yeah.
You know, here's a guy that genuinely wanted to help to grow the fucking scene, just like MLG did in the past, and they shit on them. Now you did it to E-League. Now you got, you know, again, this is it's. There's a lot of underlying factors to it. The main one is somebody's butt hurt that they put in time in the FGC and they weren't the one getting the money. Therefore, they're going to shit on the people to get them out so they could get in those positions to make money. Yep. That's really what it comes down to. Ultra David is ultra scumbag. He turned around. He straight out told everybody on Twitter that he was against Low Tier God being on that show.
Yeah, that whole.
And he did
God, I forgot.
And he did it proud, like, yo, that's on some real snake. Like, I mean, in Detroit, I don't know how it is, or Chicago, but walk outside your house proud and be like, yo, I ratted out the dealer on the block.
Right, like,
and see what the fuck, you know. Here's Low Tier God trying to get his hustle. And this motherfucker turned around like, yeah, I cut that shit up. Fuck him. I called the cops on him.
He would have got
shot. Right, exactly.
You know, and I again, Low Tier God, I've not met him personally, but he a motherfucker that need to beat an ass.
Yeah, I mean, he's huge. I look up to him when I talk to him. So
and what made it even worse, this other kid that fucks with him, Ernesto,
okay, who is that?
He's a guy. He's doing the videos. Yo, for the shooting, Ernesto Lopez.
Yes. Okay, that guy. Because somebody sent me a video of him reaction
video to the fucking shooting?
To the shooting of the Madden tournament.
I was like, listen, I done some fucked up shit in the FGC. Yeah, making reaction videos to make a couple of bucks off of it? Nah.
Yeah, that's really disgusting.
You know, but what was funny was only weeks ago, Low Tier God did it, and again, this is where the FGC is picky and choosy on their fights. So, so Low Tier God did a video about how this guy was fucking with him, and it turned into legitimate beef. So this guy was making videos back and forth, and I read the comments on the videos, and they were like, "Fuck Low Tier God, bitch ass motherfucker, yada 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 yada." And he says, "This is the motherfucker that's using my name to make money. Without it, you got nothing to talk about." And then this fucking reaction video came out. Now all of a sudden everybody's like, "Wow, man, Low Tier God was right." Kind of like what Larry would find around. You know, I didn't see, and I seen Chris's post. I didn't see motherfuckers be like, "Yo, Larry, man, you know what? I appreciate the fact that you looked out beyond the tip of your own nose for safety for people." And
it was so. It's so funny because we talked about this then too. Because I went to final round and we talked about it then when we did that show after that, and it was like about people complaining.
You can go back. You know, again, this is, you know, and I wear this as a badge of honor. I was thinking about it. Cross counter. When was the last time you seen it on? You know,
haven't seen it in a while.
Mike Ross,
wake up, SRK with fucking the Muppet and Keats.
The Muppets.
You know, when was the last time you seen that? You know, gone. Live at 5 or whatever, best of 3 or whatever, best of 5 or whatever they call themselves. Yeah, they pop up here and there. We are the last show that's consistently around since 2011.
Yeah, for the
There is
same.
no show. Now, we go on our little IRL hiatuses, but, guys in the stream, trust me when I tell you, like, if Melanie, myself, and Chris could quit our jobs and have some kind of guaranteed good income off of this, and not a year contract, but like enough that in a year we're not going, oh fuck, we got to go find a job now.
Right.
We'd all be the first ones to quit to do this shit as a permanent thing. Give us a spot on a satellite radio station, WOBS. Where it's 24/7 OBS. Shit, I'd be on it in a minute.
Exactly.
But the reality is, things come, things go. I come, I go. Well, that's a different story. But in the FGC, changes are coming. We've said it, for a long time. Triforce and his predictions have come out and said it. There was a gaming event out in California. I forgot what the name of the fucking group was. They got a cease and desist for their event not to use Tekken 7 or Dragon Ball Z at the event.
Wow.
Welcome to the real world. And motherfuckers are going to come and they're going to stay. Nintendo started it. Last year. They tested the waters. Now Bandai kind of said, hey, did we authorize you guys to be doing tournaments with our games publicly and making money off of them?
Wow.
Oh, that's right. You're not official. You're not official, so you can't do that. So changes are coming. And with that, again, like Chris said, y'all can't afford a $3 Wawa sandwich at an event. Are you going to be able to afford because I know I had seen the girl Lolita Bot talking about, bomb sniffing dogs and stuff to that effect. Again, it comes down to hire a security company for a day, and things like bomb sniffing dogs are not a dime a dozen.
No,
they're expensive to get them pulled off of a permanent gig somewhere, to have them come do a gaming convention for a couple of days or weekends. You're going to eat that cost because TOs are not going to.
Yeah.
Nor should you think they should.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's really crazy actually, and it's definitely going to change a lot. And I don't think I don't know if the FGC is prepared for that. It's like it'll either be fend for yourselves or it'll be clear bags or something. And there will definitely be changes. We'll see, I guess. This was something I wanted to talk about. So this was really funny because I had seen a comment when Chris had posted about, let's do a show tonight. And somebody said something about, I'll tune into the OBS when it's like turned up again or something, like basically like when it's controversial.
In other words,
first of all,
people want me to use the N-word every 5 minutes, tell people they all suck.
Yeah,
and I get that all the time, and I'm like,
there's not constant drama in people's lives. I don't know what it's like. If there's nothing going on, then there's nothing going on. We don't go and seek out people's drama to make a show about it.
Go into Joe's Facebook page and see if him and his girlfriend are cheating on him. Hey, Caps, go into Joe's Facebook page and start messaging his girlfriend that you want to give it a D.
Right.
And we don't create the drama.
No, it's like if there isn't any, we're not going to talk about it. We're not. I mean, what do you mean when the show gets more outrageous? Like, if you want there to be drama, then maybe you all should create it yourselves. But we're not going around making it, and we're not seeking it out either.
First of all, I don't want to sit there and talk about drama 24/7. I'm a grown ass man.
Exactly.
Second of all, my life is way more important than anything that the fuck is going on in the FGC. Third of all, if you need that much drama in your life, and you a male, it's something wrong with you.
Exactly. Especially to watch it.
It's not Love and Hip Hop. I'm not gonna create a situation just to have something to talk about next Tuesday. That's not. We're not gonna just walk around. Oh yeah, I heard this, and then somebody I heard that. I'm not doing that.
And Berserk is saying right now that, you know, if we had the Smash guys in, you know, more involved in the show, there'd be drama every weekend. I don't want the Smash people.
All that we talked about is how much the niggas stink, and we already know they stink. So next,
I don't want the Smashes because, you know what? At the end of the day, their drama is sometimes pretty fucking bad. Like,
it is.
I don't want it. Like, sometimes, like I can look at a motherfucker and be like, yo, that motherfucker be looking like a rapist.
Well, you know what?
But I'll tell you this right now.
I got some drama.
If I find out you are, maybe I don't want to dig too deep into your community.
Right. There's also a bunch of stuff just for everyone's understanding. People tell us a lot of things that we don't talk about on the show.
Oh, yeah.
A whole lot of stuff. All the time. Like, people will message me with stuff I don't even want to hear about.
Shit we don't tell about because people who tell us these things and show us the receipts that we have to prove it, tell us these things in confidence that we won't just go blast that shit on the air.
Exactly.
Like, I can tell you how many motherfuckers in the FGC are undercover faggots. And a lot of you motherfuckers will be surprised.
Yeah.
But then I would have to kind of low-key reveal my source, and I ain't doing all that.
No, you know what? Sometimes it's best to be your own personal TMZ. We don't need to make everything public. I mean, I got shit, you know, again, I've had shit where girls have come up to me and guys that, person X, you know, or, you know, this trans person has done shit to me in the past. This person's, but I don't want it to go public.
Right.
Because of my own personal, and I said, you know what? I respect that. I appreciate, you know, part of me says, you know, and again, this is, I guess, a defense mechanism on my part. Well, why the fuck you tell me?
Yeah,
but then I say to myself, then I start to analyze it, and a couple of people that I spoke to says, well, I never told anybody, but I kind of, you know, you guys kind of, you know, whether it's me, Melanie, or even Chris, like, you know, you guys kind of are cool to talk to.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a respectful thing to hear, which is cool. But on the flip side, we've also had people come up to us with stories of grandeur and debauchery, and it turned out to be 100% bullshit.
Right.
Where, you know, they just wanted us to go, you know, listen, I stand by now I'm going to give like a fucking, what's that Alex Jones speech. I stand by everything I say, and I go all the way back to Evo with the original donation and the Homeboy Tyson videos and the cantaloupes and all the other shit that I've done. I stand by everything 100%. I learned to shut my mouth and just say, you know what, you're right. I suck. I'm a piece of shit. Homeboy Tyson is racist, homophobic. It's this, it's that. Yep, I'm a piece of shit. But in my heart of hearts, I ain't sorry for anything I've ever done. Unless I personally told you privately on the down low, yo, listen, I know I crossed the line. My apologies are full of shit that you're going to get. I just don't want to perpetuate a fight over something that I just think I ain't got the time or resources to invest my time in.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, then too, we could talk about this also, James, because you and I briefly talked about this the other day. People that use OBS as their like resource to start drama with other people, please don't do that, because we don't do that. Don't just arbitrarily start fights with people and then like use us as a kind of scapegoat.
Oh no, use it. Use it. That way, when somebody asks me, you got some receipts? Because you ain't got no receipts, then you ain't got no refund.
Yeah, I'm not going to put him out there totally. I'm just going to say, I had a player that went at Cuddlecore, and he went after Arturo a little bit, and it was just, I try to convey to him in a nice way, like y'all fucking with Cuddlecore, like, I don't know. I don't know Cuddlecore. I never met her. Every time I've seen her speak, every time I see her dress, she reminds me of like a Detroit version of like Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. Just like this nice girl that like, I mean, and so I'm like, why would you fuck with her?
Right. She literally never bothers anybody.
She don't bother nobody.
That's why. That she did, because they don't respect her to clap back, so they feel like they can get away with it.
Exactly. And
but then if Cuddlecore called me and say, bro, I need you to handle something, then guess what? I'll come in for that ass.
Right.
You might want to be careful who you're talking to. I don't think people knew Cuddlecore was actually part of Corn.
Yeah, she was. That's how I know her.
My mistake, was when I had spoken with this person. I had found out secondhand from Lolita Bot tweeting at me, "Get your man." And I go, "What?" And I went and I looked, and it was this dude, and I was like, "Why are you fucking with Cuddlecore?"
Right.
Like out of anybody to fuck with, I was like, man. So I talked to him, and I tried to explain to him. Maybe the way I conveyed it, he didn't really grasp it too well. Maybe it was my fault, but I had said like, why are you starting wars? And I explained, well, Cuddlecore is like Corn, and like shit, I'm Corn. Why are you fucking with one of the girls that I'm tight with? And it was like, oh, well, what are you trying to start a war? Whoa, slow down there, little boy.
Right.
Time for you to relax yourself. And because I was talking to him like that, and because he's from New York, I said, you got to understand. I said, Melanie and Chris are. Oh, so it's about the friend. What the fuck you mean? Yeah, it is.
Right. If she's not doing anything to anyone.
What took him off guard was like, I was supposed to side with him and not you two. And I said, I don't know what the fuck planet you on. Listen, you guys could turn around and be like, yo, Jimmy, go over there and beat that guy's ass. I'll go beat his ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't need to know why. Tell me afterwards, well, we robbed him and we didn't get the last cent off of him, so we needed to get his ass beat. Okay, that's cool. I'm cool with that. But it was like, I was trying to convey this to him, and then he just went off on a fucking deep end. He made a fucking video calling me out, and I was like, you know what, dude, get out. I was like, just go do your thing at that point.
Yeah, because that's embarrassing.
And
for him.
And what it was, that was the icing on the cake for me. The one that originally had started it was he had made a video to Arturo, having an issue with Arturo and the people monetizing videos and borrowing clips from other people's shit and monetizing. And he makes a video, and in the video, he's waving a fake gun.
Oh.
And I'm like, wait a second. So you put the video he puts it out as like OBS exclusive type shit. And I'm like, so you didn't ask me to put OBS exclusive on it. At the end of the video, he takes the Distartica band album, puts it on there and plays the OBS song. And I'm going, did you ask the band? Did you ask me? You're waving a fake gun. Waving a fake gun is this, Now, to the credit to F-Champ, who people kind of went after about the taste of at Combo Breaker, was it last year or the year before, where they had fake guns, prop sales. And he's like, isn't the timing kind of bad? And of course everybody says, yeah, I know, last time a person got killed with a fake gun. Do you know to pull out a fucking fake gun or a real gun, there's no difference?
No. Prop guns are extremely real looking. So
you know, so for me with the video, you know, I told him, I said, motherfucker, I said, Arturo could just get on the phone right now and go, yo, this dude just went on the internet and threatened me with a gun. I don't know if it's fake or real. And, you know, what I had gotten, and again, you know, to the credit of all you fucking Batista and Guardian of the Galaxy defenders of that James Gunn dude, you know, who was putting out, who got kicked off of the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. Listen, if you turn around and, like, the guy's answer to me was, oh, you just don't get my dark humor. I said, pulling a fake gun out is not dark fucking humor. It's a threat. It's a threat,
exactly.
You know, and, you know, it reminded me at the time, you know, everybody came to the defense of James Gunn because he was talking about pedophilia shit. Well, it was like 20 years ago. He was just joking, and you don't understand his dark humor. And then, like, 3 weeks ago, it comes out like he's at a fucking pedo party. And they're like, oh, wait, you know what? Maybe I defended the wrong person. Well, damn straight, motherfucker. Listen, Chris, me, yourself, we could say some of the most fucked up things in the world. I will slip up and I will say the N-word. Holy shit. But I'll never fuck with a child. There's no,
exactly.
Like, there's no jokes in that.
No jokes.
There's no jokes in raping girls, you know.
There's no jokes in
and when you start to see that stuff in the community, that's real signs. Who is this motherfucker and why is he here?
Right, you know, of an unbalanced individual.
Like we in our last days.
Yeah.
All this crazy shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
But it's about to be 1 o'clock. I got to get my black ass up.
Oh,
take school in the morning. And then I got to go to work all day, especially because we got, like, my regional district and all the ministers about to be there, so.
You want me to call Jamie Dimon tonight? You know, I got a direct line to him. Dead ass, yo. Dead ass. I just wired up their brand new building. They're building a new while they're cutting your pay over there, they're building a new building in Manhattan, a new main office.
I can believe it. But I'm about to get some sleep. For y'all, little team.
Right.
Yep.
As always, it's good talking to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, watching, hearing what Uncle Caps have to say along with the team. And I'm going to sleep.
All right. Bye, Pastor Caps.
All right, baby. You know, you look kind of good with this black hair too, man. I just want to let you know I see you, girl.
Thank you.
I think over here jumping a couple times. You might want to. But let me clip this picture for some beat material later.
Bye, Paul.
Oh God. Let me add her back in quick. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it cut us all off.
Yeah, cut us off.
So I was saying earlier, is it the did you download the new Skype?
No.
Oh, I did. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
It might. You know what? It might. You know what? It's funny because I got 3 versions of Skype I'm running. I'm running a tiled version, an app version, and then I'm running the old school, you know, application that was like the early one that they kind of update. So I'm running 3 different versions of it because I don't know. You know, a lot of people have been saying to migrate over to the Discord.
Oh.
And use the Discord on the streaming.
How would that work?
Because it's got a whole voice module set up and everything inside it. I mean, we don't use it fully functional. I noticed, you know, the Discord is kind of took a little dip. Because, you know, again, you know, where, you know, a lot of people were assuming like, oh, the show's done. You know, and that's not the case. I ain't going.
People always assume that.
I said, listen, I ain't going away. I'm like Kryptonite to Superman. You could pretend, you could imagine it away, but no matter what, there's always going to be a chunk of Kryptonite to fuck with Superman for the rest of his life.
Right. Yeah. Like and I know that you get this, but like okay, so when there are shows going, I literally am at work before people are awake to go to work, and then still there after they leave. Like, I'll be at work at 5, not going to work at 5, there at 5, and then leaving at 10 o'clock at night or something. You know, so I would see people that I worked with more than my family. So, yeah, it's there is no like, it's I come home and go to sleep and then wake up to be at work at 5. So, yeah, it's hard to do this and that simultaneously, like when it's a show going on. So that's why it was real, and people don't understand. Because even at Evo, people are like, "Oh, where have you been? Or why have you been on Facebook?" I'm like, I don't have time.
No, you don't.
It's like I'm exhausted.
You know, for me, you know, it was funny because, you know, on Twitter I had gotten banned. Oh, hold on, Grow. We did talk about the whole Ernesto Lopez reaction video. When I put this up later, you can check it out.
Yeah, what a weirdo.
Yeah, it was kind of. I was like, you know, and it's funny because I just started following him like after the Low Tier God thing, and I was like, you know, maybe it's, you know, maybe this is everybody's having a period day, you know, and I just said maybe everybody's overreacting with each other, and then when I saw this, I went, wow.
Why did they get into it?
Because Low Tier God and him were, I guess, they were cool. And then he kind of went in on one of those, you know, putting fucking LTG on blast. And LTG came back and said, you know, I thought we were cool, but now all of a sudden you're fucking saying this shit about, so you just used me to get your likes. It's easier. It's easier to call him a big coon, as fucking LTG likes to say, and get the people's reactions off of that, and get the views off of that shock. Like, you know, again, one of the things is about this show. Have I done shit for shock value? Absolutely.
Right.
But I'm not doing it for profit, which makes me kind of fucked up. You know, I just do it because, you know, I explained it to people like this, and Triforce had called me like the Howard Stern of the fucking FGC, like Fart Man. When he did Fart Man and came flying across the ring at the auditorium during the MTV Music Awards. And people were just like, why the fuck would this grown-ass man leave his ass cheeks hanging out and fly across when it's a big dignitary type fucking thing? Why would he do that? And, you know, when they asked him, he goes, just because. I just want to, there are things that I will say to just get a reaction. So now on Twitter, what had happened was, you know, one of the things I do not like talking about is politics.
Right.
And something had happened, and somehow I got sucked in, you know, somebody retweeted it, so it appeared on my timeline. You know, it's, so I turned around, and I made a comment. Now, as somebody who's just come out and said, yeah, I voted for Trump. Okay, I voted for Trump. I didn't vote for you, motherfucker. So some Trump supporter heard what I said and called me a snowflake. But meanwhile, so a Trump supporter came after me, and an anti-Trump supporter came at me, and these two retards are yelling at me, and I'm just telling them both, yeah, go fuck your mothers.
Right. This was recent. This was this
like
week?
Last week.
What?
They made me delete the tweet. And I was like, all right, I'll delete the tweet. And then they're like, yeah, you should suspend it for 5 days.
Wow.
7 days. So I'm up to, what am I up to now? I think I'm up to, let's see. I don't know, it fucking keeps giving me the fucking... for 3 days and 1 hour more. Look at this shit.
Is this your personal account, or this is the
this is my personal
Oh, okay.
one. So they got me out for 3 days and 1 hour, or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, people said that Ernesto deleted the video and then made an apology video, pretty much saying sorry if you're offended. What a scumbag, though. It's like, how do you use a tragic situation where 7 people have died and you obviously,
or is it 3?
I thought it was 7. I read yesterday that it was 7 people that were dead.
I think it's 3. I think it's
oh,
3.
Is it?
I think it's 3. It's still
okay. Right, where regardless, people were shot and killed, and you use it for YouTube likes.
But see, this is you know, and again, I don't know what went through his mind. You know, I've done shit too, where on the cusp it seemed like, yeah, this will be great, and then after the execution, you're like, oh fuck. Now I won't make no apology, you know. But,
right.
But I mean, there's been things I've done that I was like, yeah, it's kind of stupid to say or do or whatever. Just try to go out of my way. You know, the N-word, perfect example. You know, people were hitting me up in the fucking videos and saying, why do you keep saying it? Did you know what? You're right. I won't say it. You know what? If enough people say don't do it, I'll consider it.
Right.
I don't make an apology for saying it. It's just, it's been part of my lingo. You know, but on the flip side, if people say, yeah, you know, I just kind of, if you treat me with the respect to say, hey, you know, yeah, that's kind of, I think you're a little out, you know, you shouldn't do it, and you do it in a respectful way, then I consider it, and if it's something that's viable, I do it. You know, but if you come at me, oh, you white trash piece of shit, how dare you use that word? Then you could suck my dick, you could cut my balls and tongue my ass, because I'm not stopping now. you know, it's all in how you present your argument. You know, one of the things that I've noticed, like even with like the FGC, especially on Twitter, they get into debates on Twitter about whatever, you know, whatever the subject is. And, you know, I saw this most prominent in the Mortal Kombat / NRS community, where eventually the responses in a argument come down to, well, you don't know how to articulate. Like, dude, I'm not here on the internet for an English lesson.
Right.
You know, and you'll get the guy that'll give you the, like, well, you know, to conjecture of the situation, of the aesthetics of everything that's been going on due to the harassment of the woman that is in question. I find the theologians and the participians, and you go, what the fuck are you talking about? Did you need to open up a thesaurus to make this tweet? And use all these big college educated. It's the internet. You know, this fucking Twitter shit has got people like, I have to say, I hope Twitter goes the way of MySpace.
It just fades away.
It just fucking goes away. I hope the fucking company fucking loses billions of dollars. I hope there's sex scandals with this guy. I just want it gone.
Here's this is a total segue, but here is the actual, this is from CNN. His name was David Katz. The shooter who killed 2 people and wounded 10.
Yeah.
And then he took his own life. Wow, I didn't know that. It is now playing video. But anyway, yeah, it said that he had wounded 10, but then he also killed himself. Also, EA has canceled all of the future Madden qualifying events after this. Yeah. Wow.
You know, and again, this comes down to the weakness of gamers.
Yeah.
The weak mentality of, listen, we've all played games, we've all lost situations that we felt we shouldn't have. We didn't go to shooting people.
No, like what? It's just mind-boggling. Because the thing that's unbelievable about this is, like, could you imagine if this was an FGC tournament? And this is not. I mean, people separate from the Evo thing and the stuff with Final Round. People previously have like threatened to bring guns to events and like talked about stuff like that. Imagine if this happened in an FGC tournament and then all of the future tournaments were just canceled for that year or until the further notice.
Yeah.
That would throw a wrench into so much stuff. Like, I mean, if this doesn't bring awareness, then I don't know what does. Because that's shocking. I never would have thought that.
Oh yeah, you know, yeah, Nitty. You know, the two people that beat him. I listened to the one interview from the one guy. The two guys that beat him didn't even get shot.
Wow. Oh, he just like
shot
straight.
That beat him and knocked him out of the tournament. That's why they were saying they don't think it was just that there was stuff leading up to it as well.
Yeah.
You know, now on the flip side, again, like I said, mentally the weakness of gamers in general, of their socially awkward lifestyles. Maybe the kid was picked on. I don't know. You know, I think there's still a lot of questions. You know, you got to remember, we're in the FGC. You know,
yeah.
Twitter is equivalent to Reddit now. No different.
It kind of is.
It really is.
It kind of is.
You know, but you didn't talk about it was
that he only shot and killed black people. Did he really?
You know what? I'm not going to talk about him saying that he only shot up black people. I don't know that. I just don't have enough info to make that. I know the one kid that was headlined on the video had the laser scope on his fucking chest before he got shot.
Wow.
You know, and he was a young kid. You know, a young kid. You know, and regardless to whether blacks, whites, green, blue, purple, you know, it's gamers getting
right.
shot. If he was a white shooter, and you know, I know he's a white shooter, you know, but he's a typical gamer that you could come in any walks of life, you know, and let's be real here. I hate to, it's right up there with with fucking serial killers. How many black guys can you say that, or black women or whatever, do serial killer type shit?
Right.
I mean, all y'all got is Candyman, and you know.
Yeah.
You know. And Katz is not a redneck name, fucking monkey chime. It's actually a Jewish name. But he was from Baltimore, not from Florida. But you know, people need, you know, it's funny because, like I said, I started going to the gym now for the last couple of months. You know, Jaha, for all you guys that, you know, don't know, is a gamer who's kind of gone on and moved on with life. But he's, you know, he's kind of fucking huge as far as, like, into the bodybuilding and working out. And, you know, he helped me. He also helped Yipes. You know, Yipes went from like 345 to like 2 something.
Yeah, Yipes looks great.
You know, I knocked off. I'm for the first time since maybe 2 or 3 years after high school under 200 pounds.
Nice.
You know, so I went from 250 down. So I lost 50 pounds.
Oh,
so
awesome.
I'm looking like I'm fucking malnourished.
But, so you'll be a different. Yeah, you'll look like you'll look like a stranger when I see you on the weekend.
Nah, I don't look like a stranger. I'm still. I gotta get my hair done though. See, look at this fucking mop. I just let it kind of. I just let it go. That's why I'm wearing this cop hat. You know, yeah, Jaha's swole as hell. Exactly. So you know, it's like, you know, I wanted to. I was never big into going to the gym. Like after I finish this, I'm going to the gym.
Nice.
You know, I get mad when I don't go to the gym now. Now, what was funny was I played sports my whole life, but when everybody would go to the gym, I go outside in the back and smoke. I just always thought working out was boring as shit. I mean, if you really break it down and think about it,
still,
pick shit up, put shit down. Pick shit up, put shit down.
Right, moving your legs for 45 minutes.
Pick shit up, put shit down. You know, so it's like, you know, it wound up just strange, not a strange. Working on, oh God, whatever, guys. You two fucking knuckleheads. But you know, it's like people in the FGC kind of need that mentality in their life.
Yeah.
Some kind of structure, Get your mind off of this this delusion of being a it's been perpetuated by people from all parts of the country. East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, by people that want to profit. Now, there's nothing wrong with them trying to profit. But there is something wrong with trying to make profit off of people by feeding them a line of bullshit that's going to enable them to be a eventual detriment on society. When after doing gaming, and I know a couple of gamers that have been homeless, jobless, and in their late 30s. And I'm going, and the decision to continue gaming still seems okay?
Like a good idea, right?
You ain't made money in years, Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. No, it ain't.
It's not.
Like with Sacco, when they were talking about, oh, he's 40 years old and he's fucking making, and he's got his kid. He's proven that he could do it. Listen.
No. Unless you're commentating or you're like, you're a TO, a real TO, not like a bracket runner saying that you're running tournaments, or like.
Oh, that random ass dude that went after me,
or something.
That random ass dude that was up in Detroit that runs events. Him and his little lackeys were attacking me. You know how Midwest rolls. Hit one white kid and 65 of them come out the woodwork and try to. Yeah, they like this. So this guy was like, yeah, I'm a TO, and one of his lackeys made the mistake of defending him, but like a fucking moron. Oh, well, you don't know shit, dude. And this TO, he does 16,000. I said, oh, so he does more people at his tournament that I've never heard of. Right. So he does 16,000. So he does more than Evo and CEO and Combo Breaker combined. And, oh, well, you know what we meant. I'm like, no, well, you put 16,000. I mean, you had to put 16. You didn't write 16K either. I said you wrote 16,000. I mean, I might not be the brightest motherfucker in the world, but trust me, when it comes to numbers and with anything after commas, I can pretty much tell all those numbers.
Exactly.
And they were like, oh, that's when they went and said, oh, they support caps.
That's so strange.
It was weird. I was just like, all right, guys.
It's so strange.
And then it was, I read about you and all you are is about controversy. I said, so I said to them, so when did we meet? Oh, well, we didn't meet. I read about you. I said, oh, so you know me from Twitter.
Right, like not for real.
It's
weird. It's so when guys in the scene used to not used to, that still happens, but when they would try to flirt with me and like didn't know me whatsoever, they would reference knowing corn, and I'd be like, what is that? What? How is that like a green light? It's weird. I've known a lot of people to do that.
I wonder if this is true. George, you be throwing some crazy facts out there. But the fact that Sacco's wife works 2 jobs and makes most of the money for the home so Sacco can sit home and play games all day.
Wow.
I mean, if that's true, wow, yeah. I'm not going to tell somebody to man up, but different cultures, different strokes, different folks.
Yeah. True.
I just know I would never have that in my world.
I'm excited for our show over the weekend. Yes. Because for those of you all that don't know, we're doing a live OBS show at Summer Jam, which I've never been to, so I'm excited to go to Summer Jam.
It's going to be Saturday night, 11 o'clock to 1 a.m., so we got a 2-hour time slot, so you're not getting the 6 hours. You're not getting 6 hours of OBS. 2 hours is plenty of time.
It is.
One of the things we will be doing before the show, I will be taking on challengers in MK2. So for all you old school heads or some of you young motherfuckers, go practice for a while. And winners will get prizes if you can beat me. I don't anticipate I'll be giving away many prizes. And then we're going to have a couple of guests on and it's not, you know, again, like Melanie was saying earlier, it's not going to be a total blast people, and you know,
right.
it's we don't want to.
It is still at a tournament.
Exactly, you know, and it's like, it's not just our reputation on the line, it's the FGC's reputation on the line.
Right. Summer Jam is in New Jersey. Or, I mean, it's really like Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But it's, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. But even so, it was weird because, like, when I was looking at my flight, this is a total, like, sideway story real quick. When I was looking at my flight, I had looked up New Jersey, and it was, like, to fly into Newark, and I was like, no, because I've been to Newark before, and it's not a pleasant place. But then it was still like far, so I was like, okay, well, let me look up flights to Philly, and it was like super close, and it didn't make any sense to me because I was like, isn't this in New Jersey? It was just really a confusing moment. But then flights directly to Philly from Chicago for some reason are really expensive, like more expensive than flying to New York from here, which makes no sense to me. My flight was like $500.
Yeah, it's you know what it is. I think it's based on the amount of people flying from there. Because Chicago's a main hub, and so is Philly.
Yeah, which I didn't like. You can fly to New York from here for like $90.
Yeah, round trip.
It's weird, and then because I had gotten a flight when I got to NEC that year, I had flown to Baltimore, and I had taken like a day trip, which was fun because it was long, but it was really interesting because I learned a lot. But that flight was $70 round trip, so it was it's so weird. But it didn't end up taking that long, but. Yeah, it's so strange.
Newark is close to New York. Yes, it is. What is Baruch? After I win, I'll give you half of what I win with your 500. Jimmy, fuck you, you jerk off. Fucking guy thinks he's gonna win. But yeah, so we'll be doing that. I got Chris on the fence. I've been twisting his arm.
Oh, yay!
I'm twisting his arm. But I don't know. I think he's got to do the work thing.
Yeah, Chase is open on Saturday.
Yeah. So, but I've been twisting his arm to ditch a day. We'll see if it happens. It'd be nice if it does. If it doesn't, we'll wind up having to. Let's see how, what I had told somebody already, as I said, let's see how this all unfolds. And then from there, future shows at events. Again, I don't think it's ever been done before.
No, I don't either. Which is so exciting.
No show's ever done a show. No live talk show from Twitch has ever done a show at an FGC event.
At a tournament, yeah. Oh my God, it's so exciting, guys.
So we'll definitely have some stuff to give away as well.
Yeah. It'll be fun. And we can show Joe Bailey that we were not trying to harm CEO, because low-key he was actually really nervous. And he gave me some excuse about why our panel was turned down. Yeah, because I saw him when he had come. I saw him and Big E when they had come to. There was a Red Bull event here before Combo Breaker. And Persia was here. There was a bunch of them, and I had gone up there and saw all of them. And me and Bailey were talking for a brief period of time, and he was just kind of mentioning. It was an excuse, but it was an obvious excuse. And I was like, "It's okay. I mean, you could have just told us you didn't want it to happen because we're nervous. That's okay." But he claimed because it was too many people applying. I don't know, something. But anyway. Now we can show everybody, Well,
I mean, now, I'm just going to give a little bit of a little... People need to understand something. Philadelphia, because FGC is kind of on that wrestling thing with the intros, especially Alex.
Mm-hmm.
What wrestling organization is most notable for Philadelphia? trying to remember what that wrestling organization was. It was a wrestling group that began in Philadelphia in some ballroom, and it was ECW. Yeah.
Oh, I remember them.
ECW. So let's just say ECW will return to Philadelphia next week. That much they need to know. If we're going to be wrestlers, let's be the best wrestlers we can be. The Hammerstein Ballroom. So, so again, guys, we're going to wrap this up because...
Yeah, this was meant to be a short show.
It was meant to be a short show. I'll try to get it up tonight before I go to the gym. Fuck. I got to go to the gym now. I don't even know when I'm working tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, but, definitely, what's up, Arocione? Yeah, I'm the Sandman, all right. So, we will see, for all you guys that are out at Summer Jam, we will definitely see you this weekend.
Yeah.
Be sure to tune into Summer Jam all weekend. Again, guys, think before you act. You see things like what just happened this past weekend. It's easier to beat the shit out of somebody and argue with it the next day why you did it, because they're still there. Don't go picking up guns and shooting people and doing dumb shit. If you got disagreements, if your life sucks, talk to people.
Yeah, it's
serious.
Seriously.
Really, at the end of the day, talk to people, And if somebody comes up to you to talk, talk to them.
Yeah, you never know when somebody might need somebody to talk to.
One of the things that I say this to social justice warriors all the time here in New York. I'll have a guy come behind me, for example, doing the hand wave. I can't believe this motherfucker's smoking. And I look at them and the condescension in their attitude of they're these helpers of the world. And then I look at them and I say, but you passed 15 homeless people with signs out on the street and didn't stop or bat an eye. In fact, you look straight down at the ground when you walk by them and put your earphones on so you can pretend you don't hear them.
Right.
But then you're going to act like you're this holy roller, holier than thou. You need to do this and this. A simple acknowledgement can make the difference in somebody from doing something stupid to themselves or other people. A simple, somebody turns around and goes, I just fucking hate my life. Take the 2 seconds to go, why?
That's true. You never know, you never know when somebody just needs someone to listen to them. So.
All right. So with that, guys, we're wrapping this up. We will see you this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be there on Friday. I think I'll be there like noon or something on Friday.
I'm gonna get there towards the middle of the probably I'm hoping 7, 8 at night.
Okay.
Because I gotta do setup. Ooh, should be fun. We are gonna have.
Yes,
by the
will.
way, I believe we're gonna have Tom Lee from DOA on the show.
Yay, I love Tom. He's so sweet.
So, I will catch you guys this weekend. I'm out of here. Peace.
Bye.